Hi, this is James from Tabletop Gaming Guild, and today we're going to take a look at the Wingspan fan art pack that you can get for Wingspan, which is designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, one of my favorite designers, and published by Stonemaier Games. In Wingspan, you're going to be trying to develop a tableau, create an engine, and get the most points by the end of the game. Now, this is going to be a fan art expansion, which are going to be alternate arts for a lot of the cards that you have in the game. And it'll include cards from the base game and 3 of the expansions. So let's go ahead and down the table and let me show you what comes in this fan art expansion, and then we'll come back and I'll give you my final thoughts. All right, so one of my favorite games is going to be Wingspan. So I was super excited about this fan art pack here. And basically the game is designed by Elizabeth Hargrave, and Wingspan is going to be a tableau building, engine building game. Now they did a basically a fan submission contest here where you could take and you could send your art to Stonemaier Games, and they got over 300 Wingspan fan submissions, and they selected 255 of these. Now these are going to be identical to cards in the base game and some of the expansions here, and they are going to be just alternate art for them. So the base game plus Europe, Oceania, and Asia expansions are all the different cards that you can have in here, and there's going to be 255 cards in this pack. So let's go ahead and open it up here. I even like the art on the outside of the box, really, really cool. So we have these 3 decks of cards available in here, and let's take a look at them here. All right, and remember, these are alternate art for these cards here, and if they're part of any expansion here, you can see down on the bottom if they're part of an expansion. So this is fan art, so that's this is considered expansion itself, and this is the expansion that it belongs to here. So you can see some of these are abstract art, like this one right here, this one here. You can see this is some alternate art in here, and some different art styles that are the fans have picked. But the arts in these are going to vary a lot. And some of them, like here, looks more like a watercolor painting, which is really, really cool. And this one's the one that you saw on the box cover. This is going to be spotted owl and an eggshell hatching. You have lots, as you can see, a huge variety of art, and you don't have to use all of these in the game here too. So if you have some special ones you really like, you can place them in. If you have some that you're not liking as much, then you don't have to. And you can see some of them are pictures too. But there's going to be a lot of different in here. Let's go see if we can go through some more of these. Some of these I'm really, really liking. I like the little picture ones too. Those are cool too. But yeah, there's a lot. Actually like these full art ones. I know that these ones, their art's in the middle, but it has full art. It runs all the way to the bottom. These ones are really, really cool. I like these ones a lot. These ones are definitely my favorite in here. I'd love for you to put down in the comments down below which some of your favorite ones are. And if you like some of the styles that are in here, would be really, really cool to know what you think too. Like, oh man, these full art ones here are definitely going to go into my games here. I like those ones a lot. And some of these, like the snowy owl here, if I remember correctly, this one is pretty darn similar to the snowy owl that's in here, but you can see it is different. This one here, if we look really close, looks more like a mosaic than the original in there. This one, it looks like some quilted one. This one's an abstract. So yeah, lots, like the art in these is definitely very varied in it. Where Beth Sobel in the games there, obviously the art is all the same there. So if you want a different variety of art, this would be right up your alley. I like the little puffin thing. That's pretty cool. So I do like this. This gives, like, if you play the game a lot too, this gives sort of like a little bit of a shock to the game here. Not a bad shock, but like, hey, look, different art. The card looks different. And oh man, that one's really, really cool. That's like that etching thing that some people do in art. That's so cool. So yeah, there's some really amazing cards in here. But overall, they give like a different look to the game itself too. So if you wanted to have like a bunch of different art in the game, like I said, this would be, oh, this is more abstract on there too. And then that just sketch, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I just love the full art ones. This one's beautiful. I like this one a lot. It'd actually be cool if like more of the cards, like in the future stuff, because I bet they'll come out with more sets because there's more birds. So I'm wondering eventually if they'll have every bird in Wingspan, or if they're not going to try to have every bird. But that'd be cool if they did. But yeah. A lot of cards here. Yeah, this is not just like, this is just a very impressive array of cards for the game. So they didn't just do like some companies will do like, here's a set of 12 cards that have different fan alternate art on it that we picked the top 12. They actually did a lot. 255 cards is a lot. So this is a substantial expansion to the game. So it's not just like, here's a couple different pieces of art. So I do appreciate that a lot. But yeah, these are going to be the different art cards in the game. If you want to have alternate art for the game, or you're just looking for like a different look to the game, I would highly recommend checking this out. But let's go ahead back up to the table here, and at that point I'll give you my final thoughts on the Wingspan fan art pack. Okay, so this is just fan art, alternate art. Do you need this expansion? No. If you love Wingspan and you would like some really cool fan art and custom cards for the game, custom art for the cards for the game, then yes, this is going to be completely up your alley. There is a ton of cards in here. And I really like how they put the little fan art expansion on there. And basically what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to replace out the cards in the base game and the expansions with these, so that you don't have any of the duplicates in there. Now, I suppose you could mix them all together, but then realize you might have you'll have two of a lot of the birds in the game. Now, I don't see any reason why you could just leave them separate too. So you have your Wingspan cards with your expansions, and then you have these cards with your expansions, and you can play a whole game with these. I don't know of if there's some cards that didn't have fan art that are really important. I don't really think so. I don't think that matters a whole lot. I think you would be perfectly fine just playing with this set with your copy of Wingspan and be fine. Now, for some of these expansions, if you don't have them, you're going to probably need to look up the rules, the additional rules that you would have for that. Some of the things with pollen, you're not going to really have in here. And some other things. So there's some things to keep in mind. I would say don't put the expansion cards in unless you have the expansion. But these are a really cool way that you can have like different art show up in the game, and a variety of different art. I believe it was Beth Sobel who did the art for Wingspan, and I love it. She did an amazing job. I like all the different art she's done for different games and stuff, so I love that art. But some of the art in here is also equally amazing. I really like the full art cards in here. So basically my opinions on the fan art set here is, do you play a lot of Wingspan? Do you love Wingspan? Do you collect Wingspan for all the different birds? Do you get the accessories for Wingspan, like the bird feeder tower that's made out of wood? Do you do an insert for it? And if you do, you're going to probably want to pick up this fan expansion. Now, knowing that this doesn't add anything to the game, let's just replace some of the cards in there and whatnot, this is not a necessary expansion. This is going to be an expansion just because you want the art. So keep that in mind. That's my thoughts on it. Thank you for watching.